All right. We're just a week away from the start of the new hurricane season, and it's always important to check on your insurance policy now. One thing for sure, make sure you have flood insurance. But a lot of policyholders are seeing skyrocketing rates. We're joined by Louisiana's Insurance Commissioner Jim Donelon, who has an update on what truly is the state's insurance crisis.
No question about it. We have been in crisis for several years now, going back to Laura hitting Lake Charles in 2020 with 150-mile-an-hour winds.
And it's not just homeowners insurance, it's also flood insurance. The new FEMA 2.0 rating plan has been hitting a lot of people hard.
Absolutely, rendering tens of thousands of properties overnight worthless because they can't get a mortgage if they can't get flood insurance, and the flood insurance cost is prohibitive.
And it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't thing, because the federal government and FEMA is running out of money. The disasters have come so much harder, so much more often than we have in the past. And whether it's fires in California, tornadoes, floods, you name it, we've had it.
Absolutely. And actually, fires in Australia were worse than California, impacting us in Louisiana because our coastal exposure depends on the international reinsurance marketplace, and it's impacted by these disasters all around the globe.
And let's talk about flood insurance first. We'll get to what the state legislature is doing in a couple of seconds. People are being priced out of the market, and flood insurance is so important to
Louisiana.
90% of homeowners, you know?
Yep. No doubt. We are the most benefited. The program started after Hurricane Betsy hit Louisiana, New Orleans, in the 60s. And private insurers, homeowners insurers, excluded flood on a go-forward basis. NFIP was created by the federal government, been there for us ever since, paying us $19 billion in losses over the time that the program's been in existence. Far and away the most benefited state in America by that policy. In my statewide tour, which you're my first stop on this year, I always start with access the National Flood Insurance Program. Yes, those rates are going up, but they're still subsidized, and it's the best insurance buy any property owner anywhere in our state can make.
And you said we did benefit so much from it. I think the toll we took on FEMA impacted what happened with Superstorm Sandy up in the Northeast, and I think they got the short end of the stick.
They did, and frankly, they were wrong for the way they did things in Superstorm Sandy, which ended up benefiting us because the Congress had passed Biggert Waters, putting the program on a 5-year glide path to actuarial rates. That was unintended, with the consequence that rates went through the ceiling, rendering tens of thousands of policies overnight unaffordable.
And right now, you're watching in the state legislature, there's a bill that you're very concerned about as insurance commissioner.
Absolutely. House Bill 569 will emasculate, will repeal, in effect, our 3-year rule on the books since 1990.
And what is the 3-year rule, quick?
If you're a homeowner's policyholder, you and your homeowner's insurer are married, quote unquote, as long as they do homeowners business in our state. It is invaluable to protecting our market. In the recent Florida special session, a study was put out by the industry that said of the 8 largest national insurers doing business in both Louisiana and Florida, of those 8 homeowners insurers, they have 61% of our homeowners market. In Florida, they have 25. So that's the 3-year rule.
So when you say married to each other, what does that mean?
Can't cancel you, can't change your deductible, can't change your premium unless they do it to their whole statewide book of business at one time.
Because insurance rates do go up, but at least this is some protection for homeowners.
Absolutely, big time protection. And it keeps these major national carriers in our market. I wish I could take credit for that 61%. It ain't me.
Well,
it's the 3-year
And you're
rule.
saying the Republican Party is pushing for this.
Absolutely, in the name of letting private business do what they right and not right wherever they want. We can't afford that. It would devastate our state, have a more devastating effect, detrimental effect on our market, our property insurance, homeowners market, than the risk rating 2.0 that the federal government is proposing.
I'm out of time, but you're suggesting people call their state representatives, state senators, and fight this.
Please do.
Okay. Jim Donelon, thank you for coming in. We appreciate that.